Who is Hayao Miyazaki? Hayao Miyazaki is also known as the godfather of animation in Japan. Since his directorial debut in 1979, his gentle and whimsical children's movies have been hugely popular and become key cultural icons until now. Hayao Miyazaki is a Japanese animator, director, producer, screenwriter, author, and manga artist. Also a co-founder of Studio Ghibli since 1985. He started his career in 1963 as an animator at the Studio Toei Doga Studio. He has attained international acclaim as a masterful storyteller and creator of animated feature films. List of Miyazaki's works. Animal Treasure Island, 1971. An adventure anime film. Adaptation of Robert Louis Stevenson's 1883 novel Treasure Island. Panda, Go Panda. 1972. A family comedy film. Panda Kopanda Rainy Day Circus, 1973. It's about a young girl orphan, a panda cub and his father joined by a tiger cub who has escaped from a circus. The Castle of Cagliostro, 1979. An adventure and animation film. Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, 1984. A fantasy adventure film. Sherlock Hound, 1984. An Italian-Japanese animated TV series. Conan the Future Boy, The Big Giant Robot's Resurrection, 1984. Castle in the Sky, 1986. A fantasy adventure film. The Story of Yanagawa's Canals, 1987. A live-action documentary about the history of Yanagawa. My Neighbor Totoro, 1988. It tells the story of a professor's two young daughters, Satsuki and Mei, and their interactions with friendly wood spirits in post-war rural Japan. Kiki's Delivery Service, 1989. It tells the story of a young witch, Kiki, who moves to a new town and uses her flying ability to earn a living. Only Yesterday, 1991. A realistic drama written for adults, particularly women. Porco Rosso, 1992. Porco Rosso, an Italian World War I fighter ace and freelance bounty hunter, fends off an attack on a ferry liner by airborne pirates. Porco treats himself to dinner at the Hotel Adriano, which is run by his friend Gina. Sora Iro no Tain, 1992. It's a story about a boy who planted a sky-colored seed, which grew into a big house with a lot of animals in it. Pom Poko, 1994. The story tells about the shape-shifting raccoon dog's struggle to prevent their forest home from being destroyed by urban development. Whisper of the Heart, 1995. An inquisitive young girl and a voracious reader, who longs to be a writer when she grows up. On Your Mark, 1995. An animated music video. Princess Mononoke, 1997. The story is about a young Emissure prince named Ashitaka, and his involvement in a struggle between the gods of a forest and the humans who consume its resources. Spirited Away, 2001. It tells about a 10-year-old girl named Chihiro and her parents stumble upon a seemingly abandoned amusement park. Kujiratori, 2001. Kujiratori tells the story of school children pretending they are building a boat. As imagination replaces reality, they find themselves on the ocean, hunting for a whale. The Cat Returns, 2002. The story is about a quiet and shy high school student who has a suppressed ability to talk with cats. Koro no Daisanpo, 2002. Koro is a puppy owned by a little girl in a small town. One day the puppy gets free and becomes lost. The Invention of Imaginary Machines of Destruction, 2002. The film was about the hopes and dreams of flight. This is about its possibility of destruction and slaughter. Kyuso no Sora Tobu Kikaitachi, 2002. It is the story of flight and the many machines imagined to achieve it together with the humanoid pig. May and the Kitten Bus, 2003. A kitten bus puppy, the cat-shaped bus that is one of the protagonists of My Neighbor Totoro, becomes a great friend of Little May. Aoki de Tabeo, 2003. A short anime film that is related to House Foods commercial. Howl's Moving Castle, 2004. It tells the story of a young, content milliner named Sophie who is turned into an old woman by a witch who enters her shop and curses her. Ghibli, The Miyazaki Temple, 2005. A documentary film. Tales from Earthsea, 2006. It's about a mysterious force threatens to plunge humanity into destruction and chaos. A powerful wizard named Sparrowhawk seeks the source of his world's imbalance, and along the way rescues a runaway prince named Aren. Hoshi Okada High, 2006. It's about a young boy is tired of the city and escapes into the country. Two strangers trade him a strange seed. The boy accepts and the seed sprouts into a miniature planet, which continues to grow. Mon Mon the Water Spider, 2006. It's a short film where the main character is a water spider who seems to have fallen in love with a water strider. Looking for a Home, 2006. A nameless heroine packs up her belongings into a large satchel and heads out of the city. Walking on foot across the countryside, she encounters a strange collection of creepy crawlies and ghostly spirits. Ponyo, 2008. The film tells the story of Ponyo, a goldfish who escapes from the ocean and is rescued by a 5-year-old human boy, Sosuke, after she is washed ashore while trapped in a glass jar. Tales of the Valley of the Wind, 2009. It tells about the 6 heroes embark on a journey through the Valley of the Wind. Variety, 2010. It tells the story of a young borrower, Shida, befriending a human boy, Kamiki, while trying to avoid being detected by the other humans. Mr. Doe and the Egg Princess, 2010. It tells about a witch named Baba Yaga lived a life of isolation in a watermill at the back of a thorny forest. She returns home having collected a basket full of eggs, cooked them, and one egg could not be cracked. She named it Egg Princess. A Sumo Wrestler's Tale, 2010. It tells the story of an old man and his wife who help out some mice who engage in sumo. As a reward, one of the mice gives them enough gold on which to live for the rest of their lives. Miwa, a Japanese icon, 2010. Miwa is a unique individual. An interesting character full of anecdotes from his eventful life. Miwa appeared in Hayao Miyazaki's Princess Mononoke and Howl's Moving Castle. From Up on Poppy Hill, 2011. The film tells the story of Umi Matsuzaki, a high school girl living in a boarding house, and Shun Kazama, the poem's author, witnesses the flags from the sea as he rides his father's tugboat to school. Takara Sagashi, 2011. The story is about a boy named Yuji and a rabbit named Giku who find a stick at the same time, and decided to compete in games to decide who can keep the stick. Giant God Warrior appears in Tokyo, 2012. This short film focuses on the God Warrior from Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, 1984. Superpowered bioweapons in ceramic armor begin attacking Tokyo, annihilating human civilization. The Wind Rises, 2013. This story is about a young boy Jiro Horikoshi longs to become a pilot, but his nearsightedness prevents it. The Kingdom of Dreams and Madness, 2013. A documentary film that focuses into the life of Hayao Miyazaki and the productions of the animated films The Wind Rises and The Tale of the Princess Kaguya, including various footage of said productions. Never Ending Man, Hayao Miyazaki, 2016. A documentary film of Hayao Miyazaki in the wake of his decision to retire, including documenting the early production of his 2018 short film Burrow the Caterpillar. Burrow the Caterpillar, 2018. The story is about a recently hatched caterpillar named Burrow as he takes his first steps into the world. Upcoming film is How Do You Live, directed by Hayao Miyazaki and animated by Studio Ghibli. The film is named after the 1937 novel written by Yoshino Genzaburo. More details to be announced soon.